Call in.
From Hollywood.
Yeah, no, way they go to a perfect start.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
DTV on the inside's gonna get there. DTV, one in the next.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. We appreciate your patronage. Look at this interesting story here. Speaking of the economy, speaking of the recession. This from Reuters. Americans may reduce the amount they spend on food in response to a sour economy. But some experts fear, get this, some experts fear they may pick up weight in the process. What are people replacing sushi with the value menu? What? Says here, the specter of recession pounds is a concern weighing on health professionals who point to numerous studies linking obesity and unhealthy eating habits to low incomes. They fear that as people cut food spending, they will cut back on healthy but relatively expensive items, such as fresh fish, fruit, vegetables, and whole grains, in favor of cheaper options high in sugar and saturated fats. Can I tell you something? The options with sugar and saturated fats they're referring to, which is like, you know, I imagine it's hamburgers and pizza and stuff like that. That stuff is not cheaper than whole grains, fruit, and vegetables. I mean, have you been to the produce section of the supermarket? Probably not. But if you go there, you look how cheap that stuff is. Even with the price increases over the past few years and the cost of commodities that have gone up and down, the fact is that produce is cheaper. Even meat is cheaper when you go to the store and buy it. Prepare it yourself. I mean, I went to the store and I bought a 2.5-pound prime rib, boneless prime rib. They cost less than, you know, dinner for a family of 4 at KFC. It's true. It's absolutely true. So I don't even buy that concept. But all right, fine. I think people are more likely to go to the value menu because they're busy looking for work, or because they're uneducated about how cheap fresh fruit and grains are. Seriously. It says here that Dr. Adam Drunowski, the director of the Nutrition Sciences program at the University of Washington in Seattle, said people are going to economize, and as they save money on food, they will be eating more empty calories or foods high in sugar, saturated fats, and refined grains, which are cheaper. You're just wrong, pal. I don't care what university you're at. You're wrong. Wrong. Take a look at a 50-pound bag of rice, okay? There's a reason third world countries eat rice and beans. Because they are cheaper than hamburgers. Another, you know, meat. Period. Anyway, he said to Reuters, things are going to get worse. Obesity is a toxic result of a failing economic environment. Drunowski's own research has highlighted the link between income and obesity. He said in Seattle, we have found that there are 5-fold differences in obesity rates depending on the zip code. We documented that years ago, but I think he's got it wrong. Women who live in the zip codes that are closer to downtown Seattle are thinner than women who live in zip codes that are an hour or more away from downtown. That's because hot chicks meet guys who can afford to get apartments in expensive downtown Seattle. And the big fat fatties, they all live out in Everett or somewhere, if you know what I mean. Way out there. That's exactly right. Yes, a five-fold difference in obesity rates depending on the zip code in the Seattle area. The low-income zip codes have a much higher proportion of obese people. But what came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, is it possible that fat women end up with low-income guys because they're fat women? I mean, it isn't necessarily that they got fat because they were poor. Maybe because they were fat, they grew up to be poor. We've read studies on this program that say that women who are overweight end up with mates who are less educated and make lower incomes than women who are of normal weight, women who are thin. I don't think you could automatically assume that because somebody lives in a poor zip code and they're obese, that they are obese because they're poor. Maybe they're poor because they're obese. It says here, he added that studies in California suggested that a 10% rise in poverty translates into about a 6% increase in obesity among adults. And it goes on. The bottom line here is this. I'm curious as to how your diet is changing as the economy is changing. Are you eating more crap? Maybe you're doing the exact opposite. Maybe now you've got time to sit home and cook yourself a healthy meal, which you didn't have before. Maybe if you lost your job, you had time to buy a cookbook. Try a recipe once in a while. So I'm wondering if the lousy economy is making you eat worse, what are you eating? And maybe it's the exact opposite. Maybe you're eating better. Do tell.
1-800-5800-TOM. Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
With the shortest commercial breaks we've ever had. The Tom Leykis Show, taking more phone calls than ever, taking them faster. Better chance for you to get in. Keep dialing. You will get in. 1-800-5800-TOM. Casey on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I'm really sorry about your message today, and it's so true. I cook at home for my boyfriend, and we eat so much better than I ever have because I'm making the meals, and we're getting fresh produce from farmers markets. It's amazing, and I'm saving money.
Now, am I imagining things? You go to the farmers markets. Okay. Aren't farmers markets produce cheaper than processed foods like fast food?
I mean, I can shop for a week at a farmer's market. I could buy a week's worth of produce for what, like, one meal would be at McDonald's for two people. I could buy a week's worth of produce. And it's all fresh and organic, and it's all good. It's really good for you.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of hearing this whole thing. They're making excuses for poor people who don't want to learn, who want to remain ignorant, and saying, oh, my God, if people are poor, they're not going to eat right because they're going to eat the cheaper fast foods, those 99-cent items and stuff. But those items, as convenient as they are and what have you, they're not cheaper than buying produce and making food yourself.
Their markets now are becoming more popular, so they're in all parts of the city, especially Los Angeles. You'll have them in Hollywood, Culver City, Santa Monica, the Valley. It's not like they're kind of spread out only in the rural parts. They're in the middle of the city now, so it's easy for people to get to.
Good points. Thank you for that. Mike of the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going, man?
Going great.
Great. I have a concept here for you. I think a lot of these people that would be gaining weight supposedly from the downfall of the economy, typically they're probably losing their jobs for one because they're already lazy by nature. I myself, if the economy is bad, and which it is, if I lost my job, I'd probably have another job tomorrow. So since these people are already lazy by nature, they're typically...
By the way, under normal circumstances where the unemployment rate is under 5%, I would agree with you.
Okay.
But these are extraordinary times.
Yes, it is much different.
I know personally many people who have lost their jobs who are among the best at what they do.
Okay. All right.
And who work very hard. And while that may have been true in, 1998 or 2002,
Okay.
It's not necessarily true today. You're lucky you still have your job because there's plenty of talented people who are out of work right now.
All right. No, I see 100% where you're coming from, and as usual, that sounds very logical there. So I was just kind of thinking that because they were lazy, they would typically go and not want to prepare their own meal and go to the fast food places rather than going to the store, finding something that costs less and actually making it themselves. So.
I think when you are raised by a single mother who is not home and she comes home with, a bag full of fast food and throws it on a plate, that's all you know. That's what you grew up knowing.
That's true. That is true.
And so I think you've got people who've grown up to be adults and this is what they've seen their whole lives, the drive-through window.
Oh, you are. That is actually very, very true. People are becoming more and more used to doing that rather than making their own meals, which is cheaper and more nutritious, obviously. So
that's the thing that people don't understand. I mean, it is cheaper and more nutritious to make your own meals, which is not to say I don't love fast food. I love it, and I do patronize fast food places. But not 3 meals a day, 21 meals a week.
No, that would be bad.
And I get a lot of satisfaction, I got to tell you. And we talk around here off the air. I get a lot of satisfaction out of finding a good deal on a really great piece of meat. Not even a huge piece of meat, just a great piece of meat. And then adding in some simply prepared vegetables with that. And when you look how little that costs and how you can make everything to your taste, I mean, I don't know. I don't see what the big deal is about doing a little more cooking, folks. Let's see what the big deal is. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Joe on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Yo, Tom.
Hey.
Long time first. Buddy.
Thank you.
You know, this stuff is complete BS about obesity now. After the economy went down, you could go to the market. The ads come to everyone's house already. You can go to the market. You can get 10, 15 pounds. So much cheaper than a couple fast food meals for the family. It's ridiculous.
I think that's true. This story contains so much misinformation from a guy at a university who wants you to believe he knows more than you do.
Yeah, the title's bullcrap. It's bull.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm spending more money on is gas for my barbecue. So easy to just go outside, throw it on the barbecue, throw some seasonings, 15, 20 minutes. It's done, cheaper, it tastes better. I just didn't do it before because I just didn't. I had more money. It was easier. But you know what? It's better for me now. I've actually lost weight. I wasn't obese to begin with, but I'm actually healthier. My blood pressure went down. The economy sucking is actually helping me.
See, that was what I suspected that at least some people would say.
Yeah.
It isn't necessarily true that everybody's going to get fat because of a recession.
That's absolutely ridiculous. This guy needs to be kicked in his butt.
Or spanked.
Yeah, he'd like that.
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Helen on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Well, I just wanted to say that whoever that professor is needs to recheck his degrees because I think that that's just a completely ridiculous excuse for our country being overweight. I've personally lost my job, and I've saved about, I'd say, $600 on eating home.
Wow.
So I cook by myself. I don't need to be going out and going to Starbucks and places like that. I just cook at home, and my boyfriend enjoys it, and so do I.
Wow.
So he actually appreciates it more because instead of us going out, I cook for him.
Look at that.
Yeah, and I've lost weight, and I just feel a whole lot better about it,
I happen to believe that life is better when you spend time, not every meal of every day, but spend some time cooking. I think it's good.
It's wonderful, and not only that, but now if I go out to eat, like at McDonald's or anything like that, I can't eat that food. I can't eat that.
I could never give up McDonald's, never.
No, it's disgusting. I mean, they cook the way they cook their food and everything.
No, it's really good.
I don't know. I can't eat that stuff, but so that's all I had to say about that.
It just means more for me, Helen. Thank you. 1-800-5... I mean, I like to cook as much as the next guy, but come on. Don't tell me McDonald's is disgusting. It's un-American. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Joe on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going today?
Pretty good.
Well, listen, I think you're kind of missing a very important issue here, and that is that the average working man is part of the working poor, okay? And he's putting in somewhere between 9 to 10-hour days just to make some overtime. And he's not working what you would consider a desk job.
Well, first of all, this article that I read to you was referring to people who are going to be or are unemployed. Mm-hmm. And his fear that when people are unemployed, that people will go for the value menu. When in reality, I say when you're unemployed, you've got time to go to the supermarket, do shopping for an hour, and you have time to make yourself a meal.
But are we forgetting the fact that the cost of groceries has gone up along with
I don't care how much it's gone up. It costs less than eating out.
Well, not if you're single.
No, even if you're single.
I mean, for 90, like, well, what's Shack in the Box going now? It's like a $2.99 value meal for like, and you get everything under the roof for $3.
Well, you don't get everything under the roof. You get obviously a nice little setup there at Jack in the Box, but come on. The fact is that I can go to the store. Have you seen what a 50-pound bag of rice costs?
Yeah, touche. But a lot of these third world countries practically grow it in their own backyard. So
no. But what I'm trying to tell you is, believe me, there's the food you can buy and prepare for yourself is way cheaper than what you will get at a restaurant.
Well, I don't know. I like with the farmers market. I know it's a little pricier now. Same with just grocery stores.
But the fact that something is a little pricey. So if a tomato before was 25 cents and now it's 50 cents, it's still cheaper than going to the salad bar.
Touche, Tom. Touche.
All right. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Lance on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Great.
Good. Hey, I kind of wanted to weigh on a subject. I don't know about people being, I don't know if it's a problem of obesity, but I would say during the hard times that people are more likely to go get the value meal, during lunch times, especially when they're out on their lunch break at work.
But again, you're talking about people who are at work.
Right.
They've got jobs.
Yeah. Well, even the people who have lost their job, you think they should be home cooking healthy food rather than just, they should be out getting a job.
How long do you think it takes to cook a meal?
Depends.
Ever heard of stir-frying? Buy a wok, for Christ's sake.
Well, if they don't have a job, it's hard to buy a wok, right?
Oh, stop it. A wok is $10, please.
Hey, Tom, I just wanted to get on. I've been trying to call your show for a long time, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff that you say, but you're very entertaining, so I just wanted to let you know that, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Here is D on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
15 pounds, Tom. I lost 15 pounds.
You lost 15 pounds.
You know what, Tom? Going to Fat Burger, spending $27, going to Burger King, just eating all that messed up food, man. I went to the produce section. Sometimes, Ralph's and the other stores got the 10 for 10. I mean,
yeah.
10 pounds, like $10 or whatever. Start eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, come home, slice up some onions, grill them with some olives, mushrooms, a little bit of zesty Italian salad dressing. I only eat when I'm hungry. I drink a lot more water. I lost 15 pounds since Christmas.
Yeah, you eat what you want. You eat things made the way you like them. You probably don't put hydrogenated vegetable oil in or other crazy stuff that they put in sometimes.
Right.
You go to your average restaurants making cupcakes. Let me tell you, they're putting Crisco in there.
Well, I know I started cooking with olive oil now. I changed up a lot of stuff I started doing thanks to this recession. So I think what that guy saying is a bunch of crap. I think the only people that's going to gain weight are some of the people that use, like, maybe government assistance and go and spend their EBT cash on taco night, trying to feed everybody else and getting all the nasty food. But even so, if they are getting government assistance too, are spending money, you can still eat the right way. And
I think you'll eat better. And how about those morons who were spending $10 every day at Starbucks?
crazy.
Eating a scone and drinking a caramel macchiato.
Right.
You think those people are eating worse now?
Well, they're even more idiots than the people that sit at Starbucks all day not buying anything.
Oh, don't you love those people? Yeah, and they bring their laptops in with the Wi-Fi and everything. It's like, hey, pal, anybody told you it's like 2009? Have you seen the economy? How about you get a real job?
I've never seen anybody that wake up at 5:30 in the morning just to go to Starbucks and sit there all day.
Never understood that, I'll tell you that.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. So a researcher from Seattle, Washington, is saying he has concerns that because of the recession, people are going to be eating lousy and gaining weight. Is that true? It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Joe is listening to us on his iPhone in San Jose on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
Hey, long time listener, first time caller. You guys kind of just covered this, but I actually work at Starbucks. And what I used to do was, I get 30% off on all my purchases because I work there. So, I get discount coffee, I get discount food. So, when I'm working there, you get free drinks while you work. So that's nice. But, like if I'm on my way to school or something, I'll get, like a breakfast sandwich or, like a cup of coffee. And, I was like, oh, great. The first couple months, I'm like, I'm saving money. Yeah. And then, I went over my checking account, I've been spending, even with the discount, I'm still dropping, $25 a week on that place easily.
Really?
And, yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, especially, I don't know what the prices are down in L.A., but here in San Jose, we're charging, $4.20 for a venti frappuccino. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and people are throwing money at this, and then these are the people that are getting fat, Tom. I'm working here, and I see, these fat chicks, come in, they're like, I want a green tea frappuccino, and they drink it, and they think they're all sophisticated, but they're just sophisticated with saturated fat, man.
Now, business hasn't been falling off at all at your Starbucks?
What?
Business has not been falling off at all at your Starbucks?
Oh, yeah, we're actually one of the more busier ones, but a couple of them, they just closed the ones over the summer. A couple of them closed around us. But in terms of, I'd say getting new customers, it's a lot harder, just, with all the recession. But we do have those people that come in, I know, 3 people by name who just come in all day, and all they do is just sit on the laptop. They type away, writing the next great American novel. The next Mark Twain sitting in the lobby.
Well, they're writing their next proposal to a venture capitalist if they can find one.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Silicon Valley, hello.
It's ridiculous, man. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'll serve them. I feel bad, I'm taking, for 2 beverages, I'm taking $8. I feel bad.
I think they're insane. You know what? If someone's insane, I enjoy watching them be insane. I love the morons who go broke leasing cars and drinking coffee at Starbucks. I just love it. They'll be drinking coffee down at the soup kitchen eventually. That's where they're going. 1-800, I hope they like Maxwell House. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Winston on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. First time caller. Long time listener.
Thank you.
Hey, but for a single guy, it actually costs less to eat outside because you're not going to just eat rice, beans, and wheat germ and everything. You can spend less money going to get the dollar menu.
Well, yes, you certainly can, but again, I still don't think that it's cheaper than cooking at home.
I mean, with all the things you're going to eat inside, you can't really get anything of substance that you really want to eat at home. You got to spend more inside cooking your own meals than you would for actually to get something real in your stomach than you would outside.
Yeah, well, I understand what you're saying, but holy cow. I do believe, especially, by the way, I've been doing it lately. I've been cooking more at home and eating out less. It's one of the ways I've cut back. And I'm not paying more. I'm paying less.
And compared to what you would eat outside, how does it taste?
Well, I like my cooking. I'm a good cook. And when I cook, I make things my way.
Okay. Can you take me out with a "We're in love" and "Shut up, shut up, shut up"?
The only one we have is "Shut up, shut up, shut up."
Latinos, you shut up!
Oh, that one. And you know the one where it was me. Shut up, shut up. Yeah. His descriptions were lacking a little bit, but you got that? We don't have that one anymore? I'll do it live? We'll do it live. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I did it live. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Bill on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing today?
Doing great.
Great. Hey, I shop at Whole Foods. I don't know what people are talking about. I mean, let's talk about some money. I'm still saving money than going out to dinner every night. I mean, I know for the people that aren't out there, Whole Foods is, all organic, no preservatives, good for you food. And I'm spending for me and my wife maybe $100 a week.
Yeah. That is cheaper than eating out.
And it tastes better. It tastes 1,000 times better. The fruits are better. The vegetables are better. The meat, I'm going to the butcher and actually have a relationship with the butcher. Say, hey, how do you like this? How's this meat? What's this meat look like today, And he says, oh, that's not good. This just came in. Get this instead. Cook it this way. You'll like it.
I think it's great. You have found what I've believed for years. And that's why this professor just doesn't make any sense. The professor in Washington State who believes that because of the recession, people are going to be eating worse, gaining weight. I don't think that's necessarily true. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Deanne on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. The guy that just called in from Starbucks, he's totally laughing because that's what I'm trying to call in for. I also work at Starbucks, and it's just hilarious. It's actually kind of more sad that people come in and they drop $4 or $5 for a cup of coffee. And, I could see if you're a business owner and you're dropping this, okay, man, you can afford it. But people that come in and they just love the Starbucks label. They're, oh, I want that every day. And I could just see it. They come in every day and they talk to me about their, little life stories. Oh, yeah, times are hard. This Christmas was hard. And in my mind, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you spending, my heart goes out to them. Why do you spend this money? I almost want to tell them, take this $4 and go feed your kid. Go feed your kid because I'm sure that they're suffering right now. And not only that, but the clientele that Starbucks brings in sometimes, there are very nice people that come in. I'm not going to say all of them. That's not right. But there is that percentage that they feel because they're better, they drink at Starbucks, they're better. So they treat you like they own you because they drop that much money on a cup of coffee. They think they own you. They think they own you and, treat you the way that they treat you. I'm just like, oh, man, you know what?
Do these people tip you?
Yeah, some of them do. I mean, that's not, I'm like, oh, that's cool. If they want to, that's fine.
I think they're crazy to tip you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I think, too. I'm like, okay, you think because you tipped me, I'm going to allow you to treat me like that? I'm respectful to them because my job is to be a barista, and I'm always, I smile all the time, and, my good name is worth more than gold, and I never feel that, they deserve for me to, downgrade my character, but sometimes they're just really rude, and I go, here you go, enjoy, have a nice day. But I just feel like it's not my responsibility to, point out what you spend. You can spend your money wherever you want. That's your thing. But I just make your drink correctly. But you know what? One day I need somebody to bag my groceries. That's what my dad always says. He's like, you just watch rating. Those people that spend a lot of money, it's the wealthy people and the smart people that look at them. It's like, you know what? It's okay. You continue to do what you're going to do, and one day they're going to start bagging your groceries.
By the way, I don't think the wealthy people drink Starbucks. The wealthy people own espresso machines.
That's correct, too. That's very correct.
The people at Starbucks are posers who want to appear to be upscale who really aren't.
Yeah, a lot of them are like that. But you know what? I'm going to say one thing is that to, like, all the regulars that are really nice and kind-hearted that come to Starbucks, I do think that they are, you know, very sweet. Because I'm, you know, like, not for everybody that goes at Starbucks, but we do have our regulars, and I do enjoy seeing their faces. But as far as the economy is, I feel bad. My heart feels bad because I do generally care about those people that do come in all the time. Like, I could just see that they're giving into this concept of, like, you know, publicity and all this, what they need to have, and it's just like, I'm sorry, man, but, like, I can't help you. You have to find that out for yourself, whatever way that is, so.
Deanne, thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM, that's our telephone number. Daniel on the Tom Leykis Show, hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
It's been a pleasure to talk to you. I've been a first-time, long time.
Well, you haven't talked to me yet.
Well, I am now.
Ah, you said it's been a pleasure to talk to me.
All right. Well, let me rephrase that. It will be a pleasure.
Well, hopefully for you it will be.
I just wanted to say, I work at Trader Joe's. I go to school, work at Trader Joe's. I'm 22. And there's a direct proportion as to how bad the economy goes as to how much we increase our sales. We can't even hold, the store won't hold the people anymore. We're expanding the store 10 feet. They're getting rid of our break room so we can have more floor space for people to buy stuff. That guy's obviously didn't do his research when he wrote the article. He just isn't too bright, I guess.
Well, you might be right. I don't know. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. James on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Long-time listener, third-time caller, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Great.
I think one of the more important points that needs to be raised about this topic is food prices. When it comes to produce, whole meats, fast food, restaurant food, it's all tied to the oil market. And if nobody has noticed, oil costs 70% less than it did 6 months ago. So, you know, now is the perfect time for people to learn to, you know, they should be turning off their Grey's Anatomy and these worthless shows and turn on food TV and learn how to cook for themselves. I personally am an avid at-home chef, and I spend probably 75 to 80% less to eat than a lot of people that I know. For example, you know, New York strip at Costco 6 months ago was $9 a pound. Today it's $5.50 a pound. The same goes for chicken and other fish. Everything is cheaper now that the recession is really taking its hold on the American economy. And I think, you know, this recession is going to be the best for Americans because they can finally examine their lives and shake out all the fat, both literal and metaphorical. So, you know, do your homework, actually pay attention to your budgets, people, and realize that this recession is going to be the best thing for this country. It's going to shake out all the garbage that we don't need, and in 10 years, we are going to be a much, much stronger country.
Well, in many ways, I think you're right.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Hollywood, Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Are you eating better or worse because of the recession? Let's say hello here to Darren on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. Can you hear me? I'm going through the grapevine. I hope I don't lose you.
Yes.
All right. Listen. You got these people calling in talking about this value menu crap. These people obviously have not been broke. They obviously have not felt the whole recession. They haven't been hitting hard times because it's simple math, man. The guy was talking about a $2.99 Jack in the Box value menu thing. Even if you eat twice on that menu, the value menu, that's $6 a day. That's what, like $164 a month? You know, if you give me $100 a month, I could make it with groceries and eat well. And I can't survive on no two value menus. I'm a grown man. I don't know about you, Tom, but can you survive on two value menus?
No.
No, exactly. You need to eat 3 times a day. You know, and I'm broke. And I'm shopping, and I'm bargaining left and right. I'm looking in the dang newspaper every the deals at the value markets and everything, and I'm eating good, and I'm broke as a dog, and I do not eat any fast food. I've lost probably 20 pounds in the last, 3 months. I got more time on my hands because my job's cutting my hours, so I work out more. I don't know about what these other people are talking about, but it's simple math. And the reason that the economy and everything's going the way it is because of these people. The fact that they think that they could eat on the value menu and survive and save money at that, please.
Yeah,
please.
And that professor apparently thinks that's what people are doing.
Yeah, well, exactly. That shows you how dumb people are. That shows you exactly how dumb. It's simple math. I mean, all you got to do is figure it out. You go to the grocery store 1 month, you figure out how much it costs you to eat, and then you do a little comparison. You know, the next month you go ahead and eat out on the value menu. Save yourself some money, right? Load of crap. Load of crap, Tom. Load of crap.
Darren, thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Spencer on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. First time, long time.
Thank you.
So I find that by cooking at home, I get laid a whole lot more. There's a couple of simple rules to it. Basically, I invite girls over to my house. They're already there. It's cheaper than a restaurant, and there's no awkward invitation in. So I just make them a very nice, simple meal, and the legs spread like God knows what.
Look at that. Now, I usually tell guys don't have chicks over, but I imagine the new economic realities may force guys to have chicks over for that very reason.
No, it's very simple and very effective. I even started a blog to kind of document my successes.
Look at that. How many chicks have you nailed this way?
So far since I've been laid off, it's been 10 this month.
This month?
Well, this month, if you count in December, too. I got laid off at the beginning of December, so.
First you got laid off, and then you got laid on.
That's right. Ever since then, serious ass.
There we go. You didn't get the plug in, pal. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Steve on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Good. I just want to say, you're absolutely right. I was making good money. I was always eating out. I can feel it in my pocketbook now. So I've been going to the grocery stores. I went out just the other day, bought chicken, 69 cents a pound. You buy 5 pounds, that's good for the week. They have ribs, 99 cents a pound. You said about rice, 10 pounds for $5. That's enough rice. I didn't know how to cook. Now I'm learning how to cook and saving more money.
Yeah, I mean, chicken's one of those things you could cook a big quantity of it at the beginning of the week and put it in, Tupperware containers or Ziploc bags and save it and have it every day for lunch. You could do that.
Right, yeah. Eat some chicken, chop it up, make it into a sandwich the next day. I mean, you got to eat all day. I don't know what that guy's talking about eating out. Eating out for me, I got to spend $15, $20 a day if I'm going to eat out just to eat.
Road tolerance policy. Yeah! You can't use the S word on the air. Come on, you should know that by now, for Christ's sake. Troy on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, I got 3 words for you here. Time is money, right? We're talking about unemployed people, correct?
Well, yeah, that's primarily what we're talking about. I mean, why would they be concerned that why would the professor be concerned that employed people are going to be eating worse during a recession?
Well, I'm thinking about the unemployed person that's looking for a job. Now, I don't know about you, but if I lost my job today, I'd be hitting the streets tomorrow trying to get a new job. And I don't think I'd have a whole lot of time to be shopping at the grocery store and cooking meals.
I don't agree with that because everybody I know is looking for a job, no matter how diligent they are about it. They're not doing it 40, 60 hours a week. They're not.
Well, I don't know how long it's been since the last time you looked for a job, but the last time I looked for a job, I was on the street. It was basically like a full-time job. You're out there.
Well, I know what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is I know people who are diligent about looking for work. But the fact is, they may be out from 7:30 in the morning until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, then they come back home.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, if you're going to be spending time going to the grocery store and cooking, I'm not saying eating out all the time, but give me a break. If you're looking for a job, you're going to be eating wherever you are at that time of the day. You know what I mean?
I think that's an excuse. I really do. Because I have a job and I'm cooking.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yes, it certainly is. Actually, the fact that I'm cooking is a fact. The fact that I think everyone else can do it is my opinion, but I know people who do it. I know people who cook and look for a job, and it can be done. By the way, there was no fast food in this country until 50 years ago anyway. What did people do then when they were out of work? What did they do during the Great Depression? There were no fast food places. Where'd they go? They cooked meals. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Sean on the Tom Leykis show. Hello, Sean.
Father Tom, how are you?
Doing great.
Great. Yeah, I've got a couple words of wisdom. Latino supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, the wife and I went to the Latino supermarket here in Simi Valley. Filet mignon, $4.50 a pound. So Chateaubriand dinner last night, plus 2 more filet mignon dinners in the freezer, and $16.
Yes, Latino markets here in the L.A. area, there are many of them, and the quality of the food can be quite good, and the price is definitely lower than what you're used to seeing. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and the selection of produce, the butcher market, everything, just incredible.
Yeah, frequently you have a butcher who will cut the meat to order.
Absolutely.
Which you don't get in the average supermarket. You just don't.
That is correct. Deli counter, everything. Great service, great prices, and just awesome food.
Look at you. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Ella on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing very well. Well, I heard your topic today about cooking and the recession.
Yeah.
And, well, we own our own auto repair shop here in Chino. And, you know, we used to buy food every single day. We would pop at the, you know, go to the grocery, no, not grocery, but at the local eatery and get like almost $40 every day. But now, you know, ever since the recession, you know, me and my mom would cook every single evening and bring it to work, and it saves us a ton of money.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's certainly what I believe. Our email address is my name, Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.